longest-running franchise in pro paintball is having a tough year, at least by their own high standards. Despite the Los Angeles Ironmen's talented, rebooted, and experienced roster, the best result for them in 2013 is 4th place. They are still the same team who came into the season as one of the favorites to win the championship, though they just cut longtime baller Justin Swartz, but haven't been able to find a groove and get the whole team playing on the same page. Alex Goldman is starting to look like his old self, and Marcelo Margot has retaken the #1 spot in the overall player ranking with his consistent performance across the board. Danny Park looks solid as the main attacker on the Snake side of the field, and they still have Alex Rodriguez as their highest-ranked support player. If they start performing up to their level of talent, they could start getting past the semifinals and contending for wins. Omaha Vicious is a team on the rise, taking 4th place at the Chicago Open after fighting their way out of the Challengers Division in Maryland. New coach Todd Martinez is helping them out with the leadership that they've needed, and they're getting contributions from everyone on the team, especially veteran Zach Sherman, their highest-ranked player. Vicious is developing multiple weapons in the first attacker position with the pickup of Luis Munoz and Keith DeVitt, and they're getting Phil Kank back, which will help Brian Bortle and Shane Colby up in front. With great support, one of the best coaches, a solid core, and young killers who want to get reps and get better, keep a close watch on the boys from Omaha Vicious, who could finally fulfill their quest to win a professional event in 2013.
Welcome back. We are going into our next match with Vicious versus Ironmen. I have Mike Paxton here. Mike, it's been a harder day for you guys. You are 1 for 2. What do you do to turn that around and try to win this match?
Well, pretty much you just don't think about those next games. You just got to go right into it like, it's any other game. But also there is that pressure of, hey, we lose this one, we're going down to play relegation, to see who gets relegated. So there's pressure, but you just got to rise above that.
What can you do to keep team morale up to make sure everyone's pumped to go into this?
It's like, for me, it's hard because I don't really get pumped up before games. As soon as I get on the field, I get pumped up. The kids, they all like to, really get up, but they all know what's on the line, so they're going to get themselves up.
All right, we'll see if they can step up to this game. Vicious versus Ironmen coming up.
All right, so here we go. Important game about to go down right now. We just heard Mike Paxton talk about what is at stake. If they lose this match, they are for sure going to be playing in a relegation game. And if they win this, well, it's going to be tight depending on what happens in the other divisions. Essentially how it works is that 10th, 9th, 8th, and 7th place all play off to see who's going to get relegated down the Challengers Division, where 5th and 6th, you're clear, you make it to World Cup in the Champions Division, but you don't get to play on Sunday. And then 1 through 4 playoff in the semifinals. So here we go, first point. Look at this, Shane Colby for Vicious all the way down on the Snake, and a major penalty against the Ironmen. So complete chaos for the Ironmen here in this first point. And here comes Omaha Vicious with nothing to lose here at no wins and 3 losses. Just running into the guns, it doesn't even matter. Ironman not able to shoot him out, and that major penalty is not going to help. And that's probably going to stay on for a little bit because Colby drops the hammer. Somebody's got to run that flag and to preserve as much time as possible on that major penalty.
Wow, Vicious came out and said, we are not going 0-4.
Yeah. I mean, we got ourselves a long game to play here.
Yeah, but that's the attitude that they look like right now.
Yeah, and it's tough to see exactly how those shots were for the Ironmen on the break, but we see this time and time again. When the pressure comes off the team and they have nothing to lose, lo and behold, all of a sudden, things get crazy out there, and they start winning games and winning points.
Looks like Alex Goldman's pleading his case with the refs a little bit on that minor, asking, hey.
Was it a minor?
It's a major.
Oh, it's a major. Okay,
he's wiping off his goggles, so it must have been somewhere in that region. Maybe came off the loader, sprayed his face. There's a lot of different things that could happen on the field. We never really know. Sometimes you got the automatic replay up here, we could see it, but you never really know.
Yeah, so that first point, man, complete disaster for the Ironmen. They're going to have to spend the next minute and 35 seconds of game time playing with 4 bodies. So Vicious in the driver's seat here in this match. We'll be right back.
PaintballDojo.com. Support your favorite pro teams. Get your name printed on pro team gear. PaintballDojo.com. Lifestyle gear for players. Full color and completely custom options. You can build custom designs straight from our website. Gear available for both men and women. PaintballDojo.com. Lifestyle gear for players.
So welcome back here, score 1-0. Let's see if the Ironmen can pick it up. PB Nation, we have to spend a special shout out to them. PB Nation's world's largest paintball website, up to the minute paintball news, products, information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they host the largest paintball classifieds with a constant stream of players buying and selling used and new gear. Even some of the pro players you're seeing out here today might be able to get their stuff on PB Nation. So here we go. Can the Ironmen pick it up? We will see. So on the breakout, the Ironmen with 4 bodies, and it looks like they are able to keep 4 bodies alive. They have 2 players stuck in that back center as Colby comes off early for Vicious. So body count is all evened up at 4 apiece. 19 minutes on the clock. And here comes the push up the center for Vicious, all the way up to the center 50.
And that's a really good move for them because it slows down the Ironman moving down that snake side. And as I say that, Vicious is also in Dorito 2 now, so they're trying to keep the pressure on Ironman here with Alex Goldman still in the penalty box.
So Sherman, Parker Rosenthal, Phil Kank, and Luis Munoz are out on the field for Vicious to try to put another point on the board. Brandon Cornell, the rookie for the Ironmen, getting some playing time here on the snake side of the field. Let's see if he can get out wide, though. It's going to be really tough with Parker Rosenthal shutting things down from that center 50-yard line.
Yep. Vicious is just dialed in right now, trying to grind it out here, see if they can get another elimination, which they just did. They took out the Dorito corner. So
Stephen Pitts, man, that's a big kill. Stephen Pitts is a guy who's real good. Amazing back player. It's so versatile. But Pitts comes off early. Looks like he died out of his bunker, too.
But, you know, the Ironmen, they're grinding out this penalty here, so got 13 seconds left here, so maybe they'll get Alex Goldman out of here and maybe make this a game here.
Yeah, you definitely got to get him out of the box to make it a game.
Let's see if he gets it. Here he comes.
Yeah, Goldman chooses to go Dorito side, dives out, and able to make it in alive. And Parker Rosenthal dives out of that center, so now all of a sudden, the Ironmen back against the wall because of that major penalty, able to fight through it. And now they are up a body with Margot, Rodriguez, Cornell, and Goldman alive on the field. Just Sherman, Kank, and Munoz alive for Vicious. And Vicious definitely has better field position on the snake side because of Munoz's move up here and able to get right, or not past the 50, but right by the 50s in snake 3.
I think Munoz should have went around that bunker there. I think he's just allowing Ironman moving out of Dorito side, so I think he definitely needs to get out of that position, because if Marcelo decides he wants to come to the snake side, I think.
Well, looking at Munoz on your screen right there, Steve, and we had just saw the back line of the Ironmen trying to do damage control. Even though they have more bodies, they don't have the field position, and the snake is so dominant if you get in there and you don't have anyone to fight against it. Ooh, Cornell making a little bump over. So Cornell trying to make a move to get into the snake, and the Munoz also has a back player right behind him. So that is really going to help Munoz's quest to try to get up this field on the snake side. If he does, he's going to have a great shot on the back center for the Ironmen there. Cornell gets into snake 1, and now a move made on the 50-yard to the 50-yard line, Dorito by the Ironmen. So the Ironmen is starting to use their advantage, and here comes Cornell to drop the hammer on Munoz as he trade out with them. Munoz tries to stay alive, but no, has to trade out with Cornell. Nice job by the rookie, realizing that they're up a body, and then Munoz has to go. It's the only guy stopping him from trying to close out this point and tie this game up. And now here
comes.
Yeah, Alex Rodriguez.
And he's a headhunter, too.
He is, dude. Alex Rodriguez loves to be that guy. One guy left alive, he's going to cut in the center and try to drop the hammer on somebody.
Look at that, Ironman get a major,
Fight through
it, and win that point.
Now, that just shows that some of these pro teams are starting to learn the field a little better. Hey, we're in this position. What are we doing to get rid of this penalty? Because every team before us seems to be going down by 3 points.
Yeah. We've seen a couple teams now fight through major penalties. Maybe they watched the, you know, the awful effect that major penalties are having in the pits right now. There's Alex.
I need 8, please.
Mark.
8.
Yeah, that's A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez. He's a good young player. Last year, his rookie season was in the running for Rookie of the Year. Really high rank. There's Alex Goldman, who's played. I think Alex Goldman has had a great tournament so far. You know, it's ride or die over here on the snake side of the field, and he somehow found a way yesterday to be the guy in pushing the action over here on the snake side. So let's see what the Ironmen can bring here. Vicious losing that last point. It's all tied up at 1 with 16:01 on the clock. We'll be right back.
No, I don't think I'm in this one. One in the middle.
Right down.
Thank you.
Got it.
The color gave me the kill.
Okay, you're good. You need a loader topper?
Last pod down.
Man, there are a lot of great deals from these manufacturers and the advertisers of the Paintball Access webcast. A&S Gear's got 10% off all Dynasty merchandise. Empire's got great gear, or great discounts. They have a loader special going on. Also, a JT First Shot special, giving away a free gun with purchase of gun. There's tons of stuff out there, so make sure to support the people that support us. Go to those websites, take advantage of those deals. So here we go, Ironman losing 2 bodies off the break as Humphreys walks off early. And I think they lost Alex Goldman as well, too. Vicious taking advantage of that as they get Colby into the snake. Colby struggled yesterday, and also Luis Munoz, he was able to get up into 50-yard line. Dorito in the center. So Munoz and Colby in awesome field position for Vicious.
Yeah, and there goes Marcelo, my guy. He's walking out the field now. So that's 3 Ironmen down, 4 Ironmen down. There's another player here. Looks like Brandon Cornell's eliminated. So here comes Vicious flying down the field.
Shane Colby trying to finish this one off here with Munoz. Munoz going to get run down, but Colby able to take out the Ironman player that ran him down. Was Stephen Pitts trying to make something happen over there for the Ironman.
And if anything, Maddie, Shane Colby today is in the snake playing. Unlike we didn't mention his name much yesterday.
Yeah,
and the way he played in Chicago, we said his name a lot. So he's getting the snake form. He's getting results for him and Vicious.
Well, Colby definitely has the opportunity to become a premier snake player. Had a really rough day yesterday. A lot of that was because he was getting shot off the break, trying to get out wide. There's the coach, Mike Himman, for the Ironman. And Vicious taking the lead here. But yes, Colby and Munoz played great there, that point for Vicious. Munoz up the center and Colby on the snake side of the field. But a lot of it came down to the fact that Vicious was finally able to shoot 2 Ironman players off the break. So yeah, you want to help out Colby and Munoz, shoot 2 Ironman players off the break. Solid work by Vicious. They're up 1 right now, 14:44 on the clock. Here's Marcelo Margot talking to his coach, and we will be right back. So welcome back here to the 2013 PSP West Coast Open, 4th stop on the PSP Tour. Next up, World Cup. Make sure you go pspevents.com, sign up. It's probably going to be about 350 to 400 teams at that event. Can't wait for that one. But right now, we are in the midst of the end of the prelims. We still have the rest of the day's competition, but some answers are starting to present themselves as Vicious right now fighting, trying to beat the Ironman. If the Ironman lose this game, they absolutely will be playing in the relegation games. Vicious most likely is going to be playing regardless of whether or not they win or lose, but trying to fire their team up here. I think this has been a big game for Vicious so far. Colby's playing good over here. Munoz is playing good. They got guys shooting players off the break for them. They're doing what they need to do. They're fighting. That's the most important thing. They're fighting, just like you said, man.
They're here. They don't want to just get chumped off the field, and they're getting it done. So far, plenty of time left. 14-10 left in this game, but they're out here, and Shane Colby is getting it done out here in the snake, man.
Yeah, so Marcelo trying to get out wide. He has 4 confirmed kills in this one, most of anyone on the field for the Ironman, but he comes off early. Got shot trying to get out on that treacherous snake side. Vicious in the driver's seat over here as they have Bortle I'm sorry, Shane Colby, yes, and Brian Bortle right behind him. And it's just Danny Park over here in the snake for the Ironman.
And, you know, we haven't said his name much, Danny Park. You know, he's one of their better players now, and it's just haven't heard much from him so far.
Well, Danny Park's had a great season so far, but, you know, it's tough over here on the snake side. He had some decent points yesterday, but Danny Park didn't play competitive paintball for like 3 years and came back this season. It really impressed a lot of people at the beginning of the year and really emerged as a front guy, the first attacker that Ironman could count on to get in there and get in there alive on a regular basis.
And I think he took out back center, looked like Zachary Sherman. Yeah, Daniel Park did get him, so good shot by him, good move.
Yeah, so right now over here, snake side, a little bit of a slowdown here. 4 players left alive for Vicious, Bortle, Colby, Sauceman, and Keith DeVitt. Sauceman doing some work in this particular game with 3 confirmed kills. Keith DeVitt getting out there. He had a pair of penalties yesterday that didn't help out Vicious, but talented young player on the team. Looking at the D-side cam right now as number 89, Alex Goldman, switching over to the Dorito side. Zoned up in the snap shoot battle, comes out, tries to get, almost had the shot on him, Chris.
Close. That was so close. That was this is a game of inches and angles, just like you said, Matty.
Oh, so Colby air bunkers the first part of the snake, but was able to recover in time to shoot out Park.
And that's a great move because he's got a Vicious player right behind him going straight down the snake, so good move.
Yeah, and good job by Bortle to effectively get here into the 50-yard line snake. Oh, major penalty on
Alex
the
Goldman.
Ironman.
Looks like Alex Goldman potentially. Oh no, it's Keith DeVitt.
Is it Keith DeVitt? Well, let's see who runs for the box. Yeah, it looks like they're sending a player to the box, so it looks like Keith DeVitt. I think Keith DeVitt just got another major penalty, but Bortle needs to walk that flag in as slow as possible. Okay, and then the Ironman can see the point. So Bortle, not realizing that a major penalty had been assessed on his team, was trying to sprint that flag in as fast as he could.
And you were just talking about Keith DeVitt yesterday with his penalties, and boom.
Rookie mistakes. Frustrating for Omaha Vicious. Let's look at this replay here. So we're here on the snake side as Colby takes off, air bunkers the first notch of the snake, but then recovers and takes down Park. And then Bortle realizes that he's the only player on that side. Let's look at it from the opposite angle. There's Colby not realizing and that Park was in the second part of the snake. So had to recover. He was still able to get the shot in. Nice work by Colby over here. Colby stepping his game up finally. Good job by Shane Colby and Brian Bortle on the snake side to win this point. But big problem, Keith DeVitt getting another penalty. I think that's 3 penalties for him this event. And you don't want to be the new guy on the team and being the guy that's getting all the penalties. I mean, if you're veterans like Krill Pridney got a bunch of penalties and he's out with a sprained ankle, but they're not cutting Krill Pridney. Moscow Red Legion's not going to do anything with that. They'll slap him on the hand and be like, Krill, come on, really? They'll be like, I'm sorry, no big deal. And that's it. But Keith DeVitt, you know, your spot's in jeopardy. Vicious is a good program. There's tons of guys they could get on that team. Todd's trying to do a good job of getting some young, hungry talent. Keith DeVitt is a talent, and he definitely has played some good points for Vicious in the chances that he's gotten. But man, he's really hurting his chances at longevity on that team. I don't think they have all been majors, but he definitely has 3 penalties for sure. So here we go, but Vicious is still in the lead. They are up 3-1 right now against the Los Angeles Ironmen with 11 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Looking at Vicious now breaking out with 4 bodies as Keith DeVitt awaits his chance to get out of that box in 1 minute and 48 seconds. Oh, but Chris Hooker getting shot off the break. Sorry, Matt Sauceman getting shot off the break, and they also lose Zach Sherman, so it's not looking good for Omaha Vicious, and it looks like the Ironmen are going to be taking full advantage of this power play.
And that's what you need to do, man. You guys got him in the penalty box, run it. Is that Paxton running it in?
Big Mike Paxton sprinting.
At that 8.640. Gets it done, man. Gets it done.
Yeah, so Mike Paxton able to grab that flag and hang it up for the Ironmen. Ironmen not losing a body there.
Mike Paxton is an awesome player, man.
Yeah, he's been around a long time, man.
He just gets it done. does what the team needs it to be done out there and just gets it done.
Longest running veteran on the Los Angeles Ironmen right now. So that was the last thing that Vicious needed. They went up 2 points against the Ironmen, and this is when you can watch those leads erode, was when you get those major penalties and the other team starts to take advantage of it. Now, yeah, you got to start down a body, but they got a couple guys shot off the break, and the rest guys got shot out of their bunker because the Ironmen were able to take advantage of that opportunity. So the Ironmen taking full advantage of the power play. We'll be right back after this. So welcome back here. Vicious, 1 point, slight lead against the Los Angeles Ironmen. And Vicious is going to have to try to get out alive and just stay alive, kill this penalty.
Yeah, you know, like we always said, it goes up 3 points usually. There's one, still a minute 26 seconds left. Some of the other teams have been squashing that penalty, but they've been in positions to do that. So the Ironmen got to get in position. I mean, the Omaha Vicious has to get in position to do that right now and try to squash the rest of this penalty.
Well, we'll see if they can do it. Vicious on your screen right now. 4 bodies out for them. Is going to be Munoz, Kank, Sherman, and Rosenthal. And here we go.
On the
So it
breakout.
looks like, Chris, I think they got 4 bodies alive.
It's looking like it right now. I mean, oh no, they lose another one. That's number 33. That's Phil Kank taking the walk, and Big Mike Paxton up in the middle of your center of your field. You see him standing right there going to the A right now.
He's doing work
locking
in there.
down that side of the field and coming on his top side of your screen.
But the Ironman lose Mike McCormick, so on the snake side here. So, but Mike Paxton's just doing work here, keeping these guys at bay on the back line for Vicious.
Yeah, I mean, Vicious is doing a good job right now, effectively shutting this down.
Well, this is exactly what Vicious needed to do. They did lose Kank. He got shot by Steven Pitts, but they have 3 bodies left alive. They need to grind this clock down, get that next body out, get Keith DeVitt out of the box, and then let him try to go to work. Oh, but Parker Rosenthal gets shot out of that terrible back center bunker.
And both guys looking the wrong way.
And here comes Schrader. So the new pickup for the Ironmen, handling it over there on the Dorito side. Oh, but a major penalty, I think, on the Ironmen. So just when the Ironmen are going to tie it up, which they will anyway, they're going to tie it up.
Wow.
And Keith DeVitt still 15 seconds on that major penalty for him. Making it interesting, though, it looks like Nathan Schrader, getting that major penalty. So just when it was looking like the rookie for the Ironman was doing well, ends up getting that penalty. So this is 2 rookies for these teams, kind of not helping things out here by getting these penalties.
Man, unbelievable. I mean, what a turn of events. I mean, very unfortunate. Right? You know, I mean, that they have the momentum right now. They're up. You know, now they tied it up. Now they're down to 4-on-4 game. And now what's going to happen is Omaha Vicious is going to come out of the box in 15 seconds, and they're going to be stuck in there for an additional 145. So, I mean, let's see if Todd can take full advantage of this right now.
Well, this is definitely a big open window right now for Vicious, because they're going to get Keith DeVitt out of the box in 15 seconds. So both teams are going to start with 4, but then a full 2 minutes on that Schrader penalty. And so now the Ironmen are going to have to be down a body. So big opportunity for Omaha Vicious with this tie game here. And this is when it gets entertaining.
Yeah, with a 3-3 game and to be expected. With Ironmen are 1-2 right now. Vicious is 0-3. Vicious does not want to go 0-4, so like they're putting it all out there, and they need to.
Yeah, the Ironmen on the break right here have got to get a G. They got to get somebody off the field right away, so that when he does come out of the box, it'll be back to even again if they don't lose anybody, which is very hard to do on this field, consequently. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. So definitely also make sure you subscribe to the Real Deal podcast that we do for Paintball Access. Man, we just basically get to sit people down in a chair. And
that was a good time.
Yeah, it was.
It was a good time.
There's a lot of interesting stories, and in order for those things to live, they got to be told. And there's a lot of history in this sport, and there's fascinating stories of how this sport was built and the guys that did it and legends of the game. So also make sure to check out the high definition version of the webcast, available for purchase. So here we go.
4 alive, both sides. But I think Omaha Vicious definitely wants to get out of that back center. You don't want to stay there too long.
Yeah, there's nowhere for him to go.
Yeah, and you got just
gets blown to pieces. He comes out of the box. You didn't see that on your screen. Comes out of the box, and now it's back at 4-on-4 again. They got that elimination they wanted, though, Steve.
And with Vicious, they need to get down the snake side here as quick as possible, especially with taking out Alex Goldman now, just getting eliminated. So he needs to get down the snake side.
Well, and here comes Colby, who's having a really good game so far, and now able to get all the way to the 50-yard line. Let's see if he can get some kills out of there. 3 bodies alive for Vicious, 3 for the Ironmen, Pitts, Margot, and Rodriguez for the legendary team from Los Angeles. Oh, well, Margot gets shot out of his spot. So Marcelo dying early here twice in this match.
He's having a rough day.
He does have 4 confirmed kills, but yeah, it's uncharacteristic of Marcelo.
If he doesn't have 10, I'm sorry. It's,
well, we expect a lot out of him. He is the #1 ranked player, but yeah, we've seen him die now twice, and it's just not something you see. Marcelo's a great gunfighter. He is playing with a broken hand though, so it might be affecting him a little bit. Can't really knock a guy that's playing through a broken hand. You kind of need that to shoot your gun.
I can't, yeah.
The fact that he's going out there is just unbelievable as it is.
Well, yeah, the doctor told him 6 weeks. He was like, not a chance, I'm playing. He went to another doctor, was like, well, if you dive on it wrong, you're going to need surgery. He's like, I don't care, I'm playing.
Wow, Phil King tried to go over there. He did get Stephen Pitts, so it's now 2-on-1. It looks like Alex Rodriguez is left in the tower, Dorito Tower, and he just gets eliminated. So Vicious now is going to grab the flag and take a 4-3 lead with 8 minutes and 8 seconds left.
Wow, Vicious stepping up, playing the Ironman right now. Zach Sherman having a good game, and Shane Colby really the all-star in this particular match for Omaha Vicious. 7 confirmed kills on the board for Shane Colby. So if he can keep this up, it's really going to help him out. There's Zach Sherman, captain of the team. I think he's going to throw up right now. Yep, here it comes.
Get it out. Out, demon.
Trying to purge the demon. Well, oh, no, he fought through it.
He fought through it.
Yeah, well, Sherman, man, such a leader of that team. And it looks like we have Lauren Kelly down on the sidelines. Let's check in with her.
Down here on the Vicious pit in the sidelines with Matt Sauce. Matt, you guys have the lead right now, but Ironman is fighting just as hard. What do you need to do? What kind of plays do you have to run to make sure you can keep this lead?
If we can just keep capitalize on shooting off the break and getting our kills out of our spot, we're going to win the match. We've both gotten penalties here and there. We stay out of the box, we get our kills off the break and execute, we're going to win the match.
What kind of advice and feedback does Todd give you in the pits?
He's just constantly giving us information on what guys are doing, where they're at, what they're doing, what we need to do, exactly what a coach needs to do.
All right, 4-3 right now. We'll see if they can keep this lead.
Yeah, this is a close one, man. We've had some really close matches so far at this event. This is obviously one of the closest ones. Penalties back and forth. These teams fighting for relevance here at this tournament. And Vicious is 0-3, but look what happened when Vicious, essentially, they're not going to be able to play for the win on Sunday. They're most likely going to be playing, almost positive, they're going to be playing in the relegation game. And they're playing a team, they're playing the Ironmen, who's 1-2. So this is a must-win situation for the Ironmen. So this is pretty impressive that Vicious is able to come out here again, looking like, there's 2 Vicious teams we've seen this year.
We'll learn.
Yeah.
Well, they got to learn.
Yeah, well, it's 2 teams. We've in Chicago and at Mid-Atlantic Open, Vicious played awesome.
Yeah,
and at the beginning of this tournament and at the first event of the year, they didn't play awesome. So here we go. Colby getting taken out, trying to make it real far on the snake side. So let's see, did Vicious shoot anybody off the break? Nope, not able to do it. 5 players alive for the Ironmen. This is their chance as they shoot another Vicious player trying to fill out wide on the snake side of the field. And it was Parker Rosenthal who has to take the walk early. Ironmen looking real good right now. 5 players alive for them.
Daniel Park making the move into the snake. I'm sorry, that's not Daniel Park.
Alex Goldman.
Alex Goldman going to work. When he gets in that snake, man, he is so good. And there goes Brian Bortle taking the walk now for Omaha Vicious. He's sitting with 3 kills.
Yeah, the Ironmen, 7 minutes and 19 seconds, looking like they're most likely going to tie this game up at 4 if they can just shoot out Munoz and Hooker.
Alex Goldman with 6 Gs this game.
Goldman's having a good tournament, man.
Yes, this is a good snake for him. I think you guys said that in the beginning before we even got started, Maddie. You and Todd had mentioned that that it's a good snake for him because it's so versatile.
Well, it's a crazy side of the field. You can do a lot of damage, or you can get shot out pretty easily depending on the roll of the dice. And that's something I think that, heading in, I thought Goldman was going to have a really good shot of excelling over here because he's a heads-up guy. He's good at reading what's in front of him, and he's good at playing aggressive when he needs to. So this is right up his alley, and he's had a really good event over here for the Los Angeles Ironmen.
And them closing it out now. Alex Goldman coming down the snake, just kind of finalizing, putting that exclamation point in that game. Big Mike Paxton.
Grabbing that flag, hanging it.
Gonna tie it up 4-4 with about 6:15 left.
And like Matt, like you said, for the Ironman, getting a 2-2 keeps them out of that potential regulation game, right?
Potentially. We'll have to see how things shake out. But yeah, so the Ironmen looking pretty solid in that last point, tying it up at 4-4. And we're gonna be right back after this. So welcome back to the 2013 PSP West Coast Open. Matty Marshall alongside Steve Rabikoff and Chris Lasoy. I'd like to send a big shout out to all of the PSP Platinum sponsors: Empire Paintball, Die Precision, GI Sports Paintball, Planet Eclipse, DLX, and the HK Army, and also all the advertisers here with the webcast. Make sure you help us help the sport by supporting the people that support the PSP. So it's all tied up at 4-4, 6 minutes and 14 seconds remain here. Omaha Vicious taking on the Los Angeles Ironmen. Next up after this game, we are going to have Dynasty, who's 2-1, as they lost to Moscow Red Legion 7-3 earlier on here this morning, and they're going to play Houston Heat. And Houston Heat's 2-1 as well. So we got ourselves a crazy bracket here, Steve.
Yeah, that potentially the loser of that game will not be playing in the Final Four tomorrow of that Houston Heat Dynasty game, Chris.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly which one to pick. If Dynasty comes out, well, man, I didn't say Dynasty comes out like they did last game because they played pretty dang good. I think either team could win at any time, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they're both capable. That was a final for Chicago.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it was.
And up the middle.
Yeah, the next game that's coming up is the exact same game that we saw in the finals at the last event when Heat beat Dynasty. So here, go ahead, Chris.
And talk about versatility. Look at Alex Goldman on the right side of your screen. Getting up in the middle. That kid, he's played the Doritos.
Yep.
He's played the snake effectively. He's played the center now effectively. Let's see what he does up the middle. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. I mean,
Chris, we all know when you have a weapon like Alex Goldman, why not let him go and see
everywhere
what he can do?
Go.
Yeah, why not? If he's getting effective production done there, then yeah, make it happen. But Goldman gets shot out though,
bummer.
trying to bump up there in the center. So right now, Vicious with 2 players alive. Goldman had tried to make that move. Ironman had lost Schrader over there on the Dorito side of the field. So Colby and Sherman left for Vicious. 3 Ironman players left on the field with the rookie Brandon Cornell. They also have Alex Rodriguez and Marcelo Margot. So 3-on-2, all tied up at 4. 5 minutes and 13 seconds left to go.
Marcelo getting a shot in on number 1, Zach Sherman. That was a shot right there.
Yeah, so Ironman just better out of their bunkers there at the end of that last point to take the lead 5-4 with about 5 minutes to play.
What a game. This is a good game right here. I mean, back and forth battle.
Yeah, penalties, back and forth battle. Rookies stepping up, rookies stepping on their own toes. All sorts of craziness happening at typical paintball tournament here.
Yeah.
PSP.
Weather's actually holding out. It's beautiful right now. Nice breeze up here.
Yeah,
it's not that warm.
It's a little hot, but it's not oppressive. It's not humid, so.
A-Rod pulled the 4-pack on that last game.
Yeah, Alex Rodriguez stepping up. 7 confirmed kills for him. 4-pack.
A-Rod going to work.
So what do you guys think? What sort of breakout are we going to see as this game starts to tick down here? You think we're going to see aggression or more conservative? I think we're going to see that center come into play because that's one of those places you can go stay safe yet still try to take ground.
Look for Vicious to continue to go to that snake. So when Shane Colby gets in that snake curse on the break, he's been doing work for them over there.
Yeah, I think he has almost 8 confirmed kills for this one game. I do believe that's what the Ironmen are going to look for. Mike Paxton's probably going to shoot over there that way to kind of control him. I think Omaha has to go up the middle with Munoz and get him that center Dorito taco, or center Dorito. He's been pretty effective up there.
Yeah, and it's great to see Alex Rodriguez step up here for the Los Angeles Ironmen. Really emotional guy, loves the game. Let's check out A-Rod. This is the game stats for Alex Rodriguez. He's #1 overall out of the players for both these two teams. Great kill percentage for him. Survival rating, he's just tearing it up right now. And you see that win percentage is pretty even because this game's been even back and forth. So yeah, here we go. Closing seconds, 18 seconds to go before the start of this next point. These two teams here, we're saying battling for relevance at this tournament. As Omaha Vicious, something to prove. They should be fighting with the chip on their shoulder, but looking good. They look good. They're losing to the Ironmen right now. The Ironmen, if they win this game, they will go 2-2 and roll the dice to see if they have to play to get relegated or if they're going to skate into one of those mid spots and still advance to play in the Champions Division for World Cup.
And just like I said, getting up the middle of that field, you see on the center of your screen.
Oh, wow, look at this.
And Mike Paxton, if he knows he's there, he's just going to go stick him without question.
And Paxton's going to make that move. Oh, that was a smart move that Paxton made. Did he shoot him? No, he just runs through. Mike Paxton's still alive, hunting up the center.
Look at Mike Paxton going to work.
Mike Paxton.
Amazing, good work, Mike Paxton.
That's blinding speed.
And man, he gets it done. Love watching that guy play.
Hey, and that may make the difference in this game.
Yeah.
Big players have big games, and Mike, hasn't been able to get a lot of playing time. He was one of the top players in paintball last year, ranked very high in the overall player ranking, but seen limited time this year as we've had some aggressive field layouts. But hey, just like Nick Sloviak and Houston Heat, when you get reps, try to get something done out there.
He's getting it done, man.
It doesn't look any more impressive than Mike Paxton running through, getting himself a beautiful 3-pack.
But it's looking like it's like 3-on-2 right now. You got Eric Humphreys, Alex Goldman, and Stephen Pitts going to work for the Ironmen. Oh, nice shot right there by Eric Humphreys.
And that should be it. Mike Paxton got a 3-pack in that game.
Awesome game right there, Matty. That was exciting. And Mike Paxton, he's another one of those guys that just a good dude, man. I really...
Yeah, really good guy. Everybody loves Mike Paxton. And let's check out the match kill count leaders. Alex Goldman leading the pack, 9 confirmed kills. A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez right behind him with 7. But if you look at the difference, Alex Rodriguez, 7 confirmed kills and 4 points with just 2 deaths. And Alex Goldman, 5 deaths, 9 points played, 9 kills. But Goldman just stepping up this event. Shane Colby, finally, Shane Colby, man, having an awesome game. 7 kills for him. And then Zach Sherman, who's just such a core member of Vicious. 6 kills for him, and Stephen Pitts, 5. So great job by all 5 of those guys to help really contribute for their team. And we're going to be right back with potentially the conclusion of this match. Ironman 1 point away from taking the victory. So just 3 minutes and 23 seconds remain in this match. The score 6-4 in favor of the Los Angeles Ironmen. Vicious will be on the right-hand side of your screen and the Ironmen on the left-hand side of your screen if you just tuned in. And these two teams really throwing it down here. Back and forth battle. Some penalties came into play, but now the Ironmen are 1 point away from taking victory. Out on the field for the Ironmen, Margot McCormick, Schrader, Alex Rodriguez, and Brandon Cornell. So the 2 new pickups for the Ironmen brought out to try to win this point. Oh, and Vicious getting chopped up off the break over here on the snake side of the field is Shane Colby. who's been the hero for Vicious, or one of the heroes in this match, he comes off early, so that is not going to help their chances to get back in this game.
Well, that's exactly why you want to do that, Matty, because, I mean, shooting Shane Kobe, you know, he's been such a force, you know, 7 kills this game alone by himself against the Ironman. You want to shoot him first and get him off the field, along with Zach Sherman.
Now Vicious needs to find a way to get either through the middle of the field or get down that snake side to neutralize the Ironman a bit. While the Ironmen are moving to the middle of the field, as I say that. And now look at this, Ironman all the way to snake 50.
Yeah, so Ironman looking
minor penalty on Vicious, I seen.
That's it. It's
on the right-hand side of your screen.
Yeah, it's on the Munoz, the rookie, and he is going to walk off with that penalty. Oh, the Ironman, A-Rod getting taken out of that center. But the Ironman looking good right here with 2 players left alive for Vicious, as Rosenthal and Sherman are going to have to battle back to try to put a point on the board. There's not a lot of time. Vicious is going to have to score a point real soon in the next 30 seconds to have a chance to have enough time left to try to tie it up, because they're down 2 right now.
Yeah, well, Brandon Cornell heads up against Zach Sherman right here. Zach Sherman, one of the kill leaders in this game, with 7.
Do you make it?
You know,
the Ironmen with a 2-point lead, 2 minutes left, they can just get their shovels down and just call it a day.
It kind of looks like that's what they're doing right now.
But, boys, the Ironmen need all the points they can get. This win only sends them to 2-2.
Yep.
They've had some close matches, and they don't want to play in one of those relegation games. It's looking like they probably will, but every point on the board is another hope for them to skate in to those the 5-6 spot. You want to be in that 5-6 spot. Yeah, you're not playing for the win on Sunday. You're not even playing on Sunday.
But you don't want to play that game with 10, 9, 8.
No, because then you're going to have to prove yourself and make sure that you don't get relegated.
Which they had to do in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so it's, we'll see how those numbers start winding down as the event plays out here the rest of today. So in the snake right now, the rookie, Brandon Cornell.
And there's a red flag in the Ironman. Look at this.
Oh,
wow.
No.
I don't know if there's going to be enough time, though, boys, because Vicious needs to close this game out. And then, well, this is going to set itself up as Munoz able to come out of that box from that minor penalty that he had. He's going to slide in and hang the flag.
They could tie it up here. 52 seconds with a major.
It is possible.
Plenty of time.
It's definitely possible. We've seen a 17-second point already at this event.
And Todd has something up his sleeve right now just for this. He's been waiting for this.
Well, the crazy thing, boys, is that, all right, so 52 seconds left. So, yeah, it's hard to score a quick point, but now Vicious only has to face 4 guns. So if Vicious is able to get if they get 2 kills off the break, only looking at 4 guns, and they keep 5 guys alive, yeah, we probably will see a tie game. But it's all going to come down to that break.
Yep, up the middle.
Yeah, up the middle. We'll see. Paintball's a game of angles. If you're going out wide, you want to try to shoot in because those inside guys are shooting out. And a lot of the deaths have come from outside as guys trying to get out wide. But we have seen some guys get shot on the inside, too. It's been a very interesting field layout with lots of players coming off in the first seconds of the game, which has made very, very fast points. It could potentially get a little crazy out here. Well, it's going to get crazy regardless, because there's no way that Todd Martinez, the coach from Vicious, will lose it if Vicious goes out. Well, first of all, the game plan will not be to hold back. They have to get up the field. They are down a point. They have to push into those guns, but they're only looking at 4 guns.
And knowing Todd, there's no way he's coming.
Two guns and 2 guns of the snake side. They're going to shoot both these guys going on here. Going to go right up the middle. Call it a day.
Call it a day.
See you in overtime.
Yeah, well, we were going to find out here looks like a timeout was called. So,
I'm sure they're arguing that call. I mean, the call didn't get made until he was off the field practically.
Yeah, like he was getting ready to get into the pits there, and flag goes up. So.
Yep.
Well, if you're going to call it, hey, you want to be able to have your game plan locked up for sure, because if you're Vicious, you need to make sure everyone knows their job. It's got to be a quick point. Now, yeah, you do have 52 seconds, but man, those seconds start ticking off real fast when you get out there and you're trying to win the game. On the Ironmen, they've really got to get those shots down off the break. If you've ever needed to really focus in and visualize where that shot's going to go, at the start, we've all been, been there, and you're going to make that shot off the break. In your head, you're visualizing already that ball breaking on the opponent. You're already visualizing where your paint's going to be, where exactly you want that stream to land. And so more than ever, the Ironmen off-the-break shooters are really going to have to focus in and make sure that happens here. And also remember, at the conclusion of this match, we're going to head right into the San Diego Dynasty Houston Heat game. Again, that's a replay of the finals from the last event. Dynasty 2-1 and Heat 2-1 as well.
And look, going into that game, they're both 2-1. One of those guys won't be playing in the Final Four tomorrow in the semis, so that's going to be interesting right there, Chris.
Yeah.
All right, so while we have a few seconds before the start of this last point, we'll be right back after these messages. 30 seconds to go before the start of this point. Guys, what do you think the breakout's going to look like, Chris?
You know, I like I said, 2 guns shooting towards the snake side, but who is he going to put on the field? Parker Rosenthal, Sauceman,
Well, that's
Kobe?
the thing. Well, you got to score.
Chris
You got to
Hooker?
put Colby out because Colby has been dominating in this game. Yeah, you want to shoot somebody off the break, but you want him to stay mobile, so you might want to go with Sauceman instead of Hooker.
So
you might want to stay mobile.
Yeah.
Sauceman's a lot more mobile than Hooker. And so taking the field for Vicious is Sherman, Munoz, Colby, Bortle, and Sauceman. There it is. That's a fast line.
I'm telling you, out the middle.
Let's see what they got.
So here we go. 4 guns up off the break. Can they get? They do. They get a kill off the break. And Ironman trying to break out on that snakes or the Dreidel side of the field. He might have got clipped. Vicious pushing all the way down. Colby makes it in there. Can Colby get the shot in time? 36 seconds to go. Sauceman up in the center. Here comes the full court press from Vicious. Vicious starting to get chewed up though. They still have bodies they need to shoot. They can't get carried away. They got to focus here. Looks like 2 players left alive. Can Margot and Pitts stave off the attack. I think they were able to do it, guys. I think they were able to get enough kills. And here comes Sauceman making the big move down the sidelines, and he is going to get a major penalty. But is it going to be on the Ironman?
If it's on the Ironman, yeah, I think that's on Omaha Vicious, actually. It's looking like Sauceman's going to draw that major, which is going to, I think that's going to do it for Omaha Vicious. I think that's a swing point.
Wow.
Like, do we still do this?
There was plenty of time. I think they just pushed it a little bit too fast. And
yeah.
Just.
Well, yeah. Well, hey.
They tried. They tried it.
They tried. It looked like the play was going real well until they started to break past the 50-yard line. As soon as they started to break past the 50-yard line, well, that's when things started to go bad because the last players left alive for the Ironman were able to tuck in, and they knew exactly what they needed to do. Hey, look, if you're going to die getting bunkered.
Yeah.
You know, just watch those lanes. They have to push through the back line. And the Ironman played really smart, so congratulations to them as they take this victory. We thought for a second, though, because Vicious was able to get that kill off the break.
Right away, and that put them 3, and wow, Ironman dug deep and got a win. So congratulations to those guys.
Yeah, like you said, Maddie, if they just taken a little slower, I think they might have been able to do that. They might have been able to pull that off.
You're right, just a beat slower.
Yeah.
You know, because they got past the 50-yard line, and they really started to push and really cannonball like they were down to the nitty-gritty, which they were. I can't really say too much. Hey, Vicious gave it a good old college effort, and they almost won that game. It was very, very close.
Yeah, I mean, exactly what I expected them to do. I mean, I expected them to shoot some lead. They got a G on the break right away.
Yep.
Exactly what they needed. So it was a 3-on-5 and getting down the field, but just getting chopped up.
I think if they would have went further down the snake instead of
I think
pulled up short a little bit. They should have went all the way down, and they would have had shots in the back.
Yeah, there was no reason for him to stop there, Maddie.
Well, it's tough though because when you're Vicious, the guys that did end up getting shot as they were really pushing hard. It's one of those situations where it's like, okay, I'm getting shot at, I'm engaging in a gunfight, I have to move forward. Well, if you pause, then you let that guy wrap around. Maybe he should somebody else, but at the same time, you can't necessarily throw your body away, but you're in the position where you may have to throw your body away. So I can't knock Vicious too much. It was still a good end of the game for them. They gave a valiant effort, but too little, too late. Let's check in with Lauren Kelly and Todd Martinez on the sidelines.
I'm down here on the sidelines with Coach Todd Martinez. Todd, it's been a tough weekend for you guys. Overall, how do you think the team performed?
Absolutely horrible.
What do you need to work on for World Cup to have a better showing?
Everything. We didn't talk. We didn't work together. We didn't protect our teammates when we were in spots. We didn't shoot people on the break. We didn't make coordinated moves. What else do you do in paintball? All that stuff.
Well, what do you feel, do you need to run certain drills? Or, I mean, I'm sure you guys talked about this last night, so why wasn't that here today?
We talked about it last night. Why it wasn't here, I probably couldn't tell you. You know, I mean, it's the same thing. Every game we played this weekend, it was the same thing. We talked about it before practice last weekend, and we just didn't come out and execute. Didn't do the things that we talked about, just talked about them, and talking about them doesn't win games.
All right, well, it was a tough weekend for Vicious. Ironmen won that one. Stay tuned to see what's up next.
So congrats to the Ironmen as they will go 2-2. We'll have to see how things shake down, whether or not they're going to be playing in the relegation games or they're going to hit that mid-level, that 5th, 6th seed where you won't be playing on Sunday, but you're not going to be playing to get relegated down. And Vicious is absolutely going to be playing in those relegation games tomorrow morning. So then those ones are going to be as exciting as the finals game. So next up, speaking of finals games, this is a repeat of the final that we had in Chicago. San Diego Dynasty taking on Houston Heat. It's going to be awesome. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in just a second.